All right, y'all, on this Woo Wop Wednesday, I don't do the gossip. This is not a gossip channel, but I do want to address my brother Charles Barkley. I'm a big Charles Barkley fan. I think Charles Barkley is definitely one of the biggest, if not one of the best power forwards. He'll say Tim Duncan is the best power forward. I disagree, because Tim Duncan really wasn't a power forward. He really was a center. That this wasn't, he chose to be a power forward at one point. Maybe, when David Robinson was playing, that's when he said, I'm going to be a power forward. But he really is a center and everything. But he chose to not really pound like that with Shaq. That's another story in itself. But as far as the Trump hate with Charles Barkley, I'm going to be honest, I was the first. Let me not say I was the first one. I probably was one of the first ones that was going to get the mugshot. Ask Brother Gray. He could vouch for this. I was going to get the mugshot picture with the MAGA hat when it first came out. My own made. I just didn't do it. It was too much for me at the time, And I still was going to go forward. I was going to get the mugshot picture with Trump 2024 in the back. I just haven't done it yet. But I'm hearing other blacks is doing it, and I salute them and everything. Hood people like hood stuff. Trump looked gangster on that. That's why they doing it. And to say that it's an insult to black people, good brother, no, and everything. What's being done, how the government is being handled is an insult to us. How the Democrats have lied to us and promised us, and this is from a former Democrat and everything, has hindered us from over the years. So, of course, I expect you to say that, Sir Charles, respectfully, because you're on CNN, and CNN, we all know, is a Democratic channel. So you're biased. And, I used to think Republicans is just for the rich and everything like that. But if you do your history, Republicans was the one that helped free black people and dealt with everything as far as a racial issue, as far as black people, while the Democrats didn't. And that's another story in itself. But I don't agree with you with the whole Trump slander and the Trump, I don't want to say it's hate, Trump slander. Then you talking about, and you're a black man, talking about you going to assault another black man because he supports Trump or whoever he supports. That's that person's right or her right. Why would you insult another black man? That's the problem with us. We assault one another enough as it is, whether verbally or physically and everything. Now, you should want to have a conversation, a dialogue. But you talking about you want to get to the point where you want to physically assault another black man, and you're saying it on TV. That's why Gallo's like, yo, don't do that. Don't even say that and everything. Don't act on it. And then you get to the point with the rhetoric like, oh, man, you know what? I'm going to assault a black man, or I doubt a black woman. I'm going to assault a black man, go to jail, bail myself out. Come on, brother. We got to do better as black people. We always get to the point where we want to assault one another. We want to kill one another. There's no coming back for that. We have so much anger towards one another. And I'm not saying be angry towards a white man, because I'm not racist and everything. We need more anger management, and we need to be able to practice more self-control and more restraint towards one another. If you struggle with anger like that, get help. Seriously, we all get angry, but, there's a difference, obviously, we know, between rage and indignation. I don't know if yours is, the way how you want to respond to it is it indignation or it's rage. Come on. So, we can agree to disagree, but I don't think that was cool for you saying you're going to assault another black man because he's going to vote for Donald Trump and wearing a Trump mugshot shirt. At the end of the day, believe it or not, he's going to win. And a lot of you going to be upset when he does win and everything. But at the end of the day, when you see change come to the country, when you see money's back in the people's pockets, when you see law and orders back in effect, where the police can actually do their job, and we could deal with the migrant situation, controlling our borders, dealing with the inflation. At the end of the day, this is about money. When we could do things properly, then let me see you have that same energy, good brother Charles Barkley. And I say that respectfully because I got nothing but the utmost respect for you. To the point where when they had Super Nintendo, I remember it was you and Tom Chambers on, what was that? What was that game? NBA Live, the first NBA Live. You and Tom Chambers was the only one. When we pick your character from your team, from the teams you played on, you guys could only, and it's crazy, you guys both can dunk from the free throw line. Even Jordan didn't do it. Jordan couldn't do it in the game. And he was the one that jumped from the free throw line. But you two players, you and Tom Chambers was the only one, and we select your team, can jump from the free throw line. So come on, Charles Barkley, man. Come on. I'm very disappointed in you. I got nothing but love and respect for you. But come on, you got to do better. You're a role model, man. Come on, man. You a multi-millionaire. You know, you have influence. You don't influence other, come on, brother. You got to do better. So to my black brothers and sisters, don't follow this. This is a bad example for my good brother Charles and everything like that. We must practice more restraint and have more respect for one another instead of getting to the point where we want to physically assault, verbally or physically to one another. Stop the madness, stop the rage, stop the anger, stop the hatred, and let's love one another and let's dialogue, Let's dialogue about the situation. We can always agree to disagree. We don't have to get violent about it, all right? Peace and blessing, y'all. More content on the way. I had to address this one.